hunting. Hunting can be quite helpful, and there are reasons for hunting to exist. And let me tell you a few points that are basically justify hunting in some way. First of all, of course, for many, let's say, pheasants, state breeds and release in the wild, like pheasant, like trout, also like for fishing, for that sense. So, look, hunting is a tradition, and it's a very important tradition. For example, for the population of deer and bears, like they are breeding in massive amounts during summer seasons, and if deer often comes to the road when people feed them in the summer, and in the winter it creates a lot of car accidents and people die. In America, that's the main cause of death in the United States, deer on the road. So by killing some of the deers and make them scared to come to the people, that helps to save lives. Also, like for the deer population, in that sense, if we're not talking about humans, in the summer again, there are too many of them produced as newfounds, and if in the winter, when there is no food, the scarcity becomes a problem, and the whole population can get sick and die. So when hunters and predators like wolves and coyote kill some of the deer in the process, it helps the other ones to survive. But if it's like they will have no enemies and no predators, then the whole population dies. It has to be a balance. So for those reasons, hunters exist, and there is a control. Like it can be overly hunted or not enough hunted. So if there is a balance in nature, and hunters is a part of that natural balance. I think the feeling of life and death is important, and the gun control and the feeling that you having a weapon in your hands and when you go hunting is somewhat a thrill, and since hopefully we don't have to go to war, most of us normal civilians, like it's as close as it gets us to a feel of life and death, which is really helps to show the appreciation of life. So like hunters are not like ruthless people, and they have their morals and their fair game, and there are like, we don't, let's say the bird sits, we don't shoot, we wait until it flies. So there are a lot, we hunt like during the season, so we're not like poachers. I think all those things helps to keep the tradition alive, and not like, I agree, not every tradition is supposed to keep staying in the human life, but this one I think has a merit, at least at this point. Yes, we're not hungry, we can live with animals that are farm raised, but game meat still a fair game, and like a privilege to have, and deserve to have a chance to be on the table. I think it's just like a control environment where you really create a bond with your fellow hunters, and when you put your life in their hands and they put their life in your hands, it creates a bond and connects people like really like almost as close as the army bond. Maybe not as army, of course, but still a very close to life and death situation. Let me know if that helps to understand hunting a little bit.